right.
I just got a notification. I'm live.
Yeah.
Good evening, Zach and Bill.
Hello, Rob. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Rob. Hi, Zach. Oh, everybody.
We are working on no nap today, people. So we're going to see how that goes.
All right. Now I would like to put this out here at the forefront of the stream, and I'll probably mention it about every 30 minutes that we're on. I saw your little short about metal detecting a Party Island out in Florida, Rob.
Hi, Mary.
And I noticed that you let it run for about 15 seconds while the ring would have appeared, or ring or whatever it was you found. You said gold would have appeared at the 16-second mark. So I would just
cut that baby off, Perk. That was my teaser video for the Monday Digs.
Yeah, it was a teaser video, all right.
If you happen to notice in the very end of the first section when I do you notice the new sunglasses are hanging there, and then later on they're gone, baby. Those sunglasses made it through about a third of the video, and that's it. They were gone.
Hi, Chris Roberts. Hi, Georgianne. Hi, Jason E.
Hello, Jason.
Well, Silver Wishes, I'm glad you found us.
Danny Boy.
Howdy, Gregory, Mark Henninger, J. Paul, PA.
Gregory.
Yeah, Rob. I don't know what I expected, but I expected better. I was a little annoyed when I watched that short because it finally showed up in my short stream all on its own, and I clicked on it and I was like, "That little prick."
That's what I'm here for, sir.
Hi, Silver Witches.
That was my intro tease video. Even Tom K, Danny N.
Clickbait.
Yeah. I showed it for a split second. Evening, Neil. Texas Donna, good evening. Hope everybody's being safe this holiday weekend. Yeah, we're not going out, Donna. I had a buddy that I used to go over his house when I was a teenager, go over his house on New Year's Eve because his father didn't want to leave in the house because he said New Year's Eve was the night for amateur drunks. And if you think about it, that's pretty accurate.
Hi, Moon.
Back when I was a drunk, I still try to avoid all the drunk holidays, but back when I was a drunk, I made it a point that I purposely didn't go anywhere on the drunk weekends because I did not want to be bunched in with the rest of them.
Yeah, those were called amateur nights.
Well, did you see that that huge hockey star and his brother were both killed by a drunk driver? No. I think up in New England this weekend. The guy passed over a double yellow line to get around a car he thought was going too slow, and they were in town for their sister's wedding, bicycling down the road, and this guy mowed them both over.
Did he stop?
66 just stopped in to say hi, Rob and Zach, and he's driving and taking off.
Hi, Mostel.
I don't know if he did or if they caught him, but he's been caught and charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. Thank you very much, Don. I appreciate you checking him out and subbing. Good evening, Mr. James Iron Antler. Good evening, Jason.
Hi, Mary.
See who else is here as they're scrolling down. Wow, my wife's 2 daughters and her 9 grandkids live in Fort Worth. That's a crap load of grandkids. Old Paylone, good evening.
Oh, yeah, I found out I'm not going to stream anybody else's stream to my YouTube channel.
Why?
StreamYard allows it. YouTube can give you a strike for copyright infringement.
Because you're streaming somebody else's?
Yes. Now, the only reason I figure I haven't got one is when I've ever done yours, it's because my name's up on yours as part of the show. So maybe that's why I haven't got one yet.
Okay.
So, basically, when you upload a video to YouTube, even if it's still your video, when the algorithm matches, 386 points of identicalness or whatever the algorithm does to compare the videos, it decides that one of the channels is stealing the content.
Then how do all these freaking foreign channels, like that problem that Oh, who's that big channel that was having all that problem? The guy that does the guy that wears like the army cap. What's his name?
Oh,
I don't follow him anymore. He did all the videos with.
is that the man with the hat?
No, he's got.
What's his channel name? The man with the hat.
Yeah, no, it's not him.
Yeah,
And I haven't scrolled down long. See, the guy that goes with.
Anyway.
Oh my God, this Sometimer shit really sucks.
Actually, Rob, it depends on what end of the camera you're standing on, because as I'm watching it, it's like Rob's struggling. As you're watching it, you're like, I know I came into the kitchen for something.
Oh, that happens. That happens all the time.
Don't feel bad. I do it too.
shit, I don't even make it that far. I get out my bedroom door. What was I going out for?
Bill's halfway there. I'm just going back into my room. I don't even remember what the hell I started this.
I don't remember what I was going to do.
How about you? Hello, Relic Reaper, John P. Scott McClory.
I'm being this Odyssey.
Evening, Don.
Yeah,
Evening,
happens
Dave.
all the time. It's not dementia. It's not, I just got CRS.
That's it. It's definitely CRS. Hi, Mrs. Zach.
She's on the phone.
Oh, good evening, Miss Georgianne. Howdy, Chop
Hi,
Shop.
Bud Files. Chew, hello.
Good evening, Scott McClory. He actually didn't get McClory the other night.
No, he didn't.
I know. Good evening, Mr. Minix. Marty
Oh,
B.
hello, Minix. I was there. He got his prize. That was nice.
That's what I'm saying. Miss
Miss
Mary's here with us tonight. Welcome, Miss Mary.
We should have a good crowd tonight. JP's bar canceled the stream for the night.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. Okay. Good evening, Carrie.
I think he's been out camping or something, so he's probably just out having fun. But for whatever reason, he put a pinned message at the top that there was no stream tonight.
Okay.
I'll probably do a live tomorrow from it or something.
Well,
or short anyway.
naps are highly underrated. Yes, they are, sir. Mexico's got that 2 p.m. siesta thing. They got that crap going. That's right. Good evening, Colonel's Collecting.
It goes along with the old saying, only mad dog and Englishmen go out in the noonday suns.
That's right. There you go, Bill. Good evening, Chris Roberts. Kenneth Bird, good evening.
Aqua Chigger, says Shane.
Aqua Chigger. God dang. Yes, he had those foreign channels.
Nugget Noggin.
I couldn't think of Nugget Noggin's name either.
Okay, I don't feel too bad about walking out the door and forgetting stuff now.
See, Bill, it's not. I don't get upset myself for forgetting stuff. I get mad now because I have so much hip pain that I'm like, nah, I'm not turning around to go back in the house for that. It's just not worth the pain, okay? So people are just gonna have to not have me on my phone for 2 hours, okay?
So now you're actually getting mad that you remember what you went out to the garage to get. Oh, I'm going out to get my rock collection, and get out there and you're like, oh man, I came to get my rock collection. It looks heavy.
Let me tell you something, guys. When you got to go to Home Depot this morning to go get a 50 bag of cement to put a 4x4 post in to repair a fence, and your girlfriend has to pick that bag up for you because your leg's not stable enough to do it, it's pretty damn depressing. Let me tell you.
I could agree with that.
And I actually I can't even believe I just admitted that on
I tell you, the worst thing is going to the bathroom going, I knew I forgot something, and you realize you didn't grab any TP on the way in.
Well, you see, I'm at the age where I have several teenage children, and then down from that, my son goes to work with me often, and I was hobbling around with a hurt foot or an ankle. I forget exactly which. I was hobbling around with a hurt foot or an ankle or whatever. So he made sure to take advantage of every opportunity he could to make fun of me in front of people and everywhere. And
absolutely, that's required, sir.
I said, you understand that in about a week I'm going to be better. I'm going to kick the shit out of you.
Evening, Jim Steele.
Stand for 100 miles from home, and I can leave your ass here.
That's right.
Oh, I've told him that many a time.
Good evening, Gregory Gibson, Shannon Dalton.
He'll laugh at me off road. I'm like, what? I said, bet me that I won't bury this thing in sand and make you dig it out.
Jim, I got your package, sir, and there's a few really nice coins in there, Jim. Thank you very much.
Package from Jim Steele?
Yep. I got my letter from Beard. Got my thank you card from Beard and Risha, and Miss Risha put one of her cards in there. Really cool.
Nice.
Thanks so much for your support. With love, James and Risha, Iron Antlers. Thank you very much, guys. So yeah, I got 3 pieces of mail this week.
Oh, Yodi.
Denise goes, I got rocks. No, you didn't. You got above the toilet cabinet to you this week, honey. I have to tell that story. I think we told this on did we tell this on your stream Tuesday night, Bill? Did we tell the cat food box story on Tuesday night?
The what story?
Okay, then we didn't tell it then. What day was it? Tuesday or Wednesday? What is today? Yeah, it had to be like Tuesday or Wednesday. Denise leaves me a text or a note that says, "Hey, I've got a box of cat food coming. It's frozen, but it's got the what do you call that ice? Dry ice with it. So you need to bring it in as soon as possible, so it's not sitting out in the 90-degree sun." So I'm sitting there watching some YouTube videos on the sofa, and I see the FedEx driver kind of come across my vision, and this guy's carrying this. It's about that thick. But it's a big ass box, and this guy's struggling with it. I can tell this is a really heavy box. And he drops it off the door, and I yell thank you to him. And I go out to get this thing, and I go pick it up, and I'm like, okay, so it took everything I had. This box had to be like close to 70-pound limit that they had for the limit.
I know. Yeah, you did tell that story. But
okay.
Ahead.
So I get this box in, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, nowhere on this box does this is cat food. And I've seen Denise get 30, 40 pounds of bags of cat food or boxes, but not 70 pounds. And I'm looking at this box. It's like shaped like, like it's a piece of furniture or something. And I look at it and it says 1 piece. And I'm like, and nowhere on there does it have the name of the pet food company. So I text her. I said, your box cat here, but I think it's furniture. And she says, no, it's my cat food. And I'm like, okay. So she comes home and she's like, that don't look like my cat food box. I said, no, I can't even pick it up. And I says, it says 1 piece on it. And so she looks at the label. It had a label on it, literally as big as a postage stamp. And I think what happened was this little teeny label fell off Denise's box, and somebody slapped it on this box thinking they would put it back on the right box. This box was supposed to go to Connecticut. So Denise takes a knife, and she opens up just the top edge of the box and opens it up, and it's a piece of furniture. And she roots around, and she gets the instruction book out, and it's a over-the-toilet vanity cabinet. It's got the long legs that go up, and then it's got the 2 drawers that open up above your toilet for like a portable medicine cabinet. And I'm like, I knew that was a freaking piece of furniture. So she called up Amazon, or she called up the pet food store and said, hey, I didn't get the pet food. I got a piece of furniture. So they're reissuing her pet food. And then she tried contacting Amazon, FedEx, and she left them a message, and FedEx has never returned her call. So I said, we're going to get FedEx about a week, 10 days here. And after that brand new cabinet's going to go on eBay or Craigslist.
Hi, Danny D.
Shipping's too high. You just got to keep it.
And that happened to us before when we called them up there. It's like, well, we're not going to send somebody to get it. Just keep it. But it was a really expensive item the other time. It was a $600 bed. And they sent us 2 of them.
Here in Tennessee, if it's $5, they want it back.
Good evening, Moon.
Even broken stuff. We had some stuff shipped was broken and it was dripping inside because it was liquid. You go, well, box it up and set it back. We're not going to do that.
Good evening, Danny boy. There's Mo Style 66. Thanks that Bill said hi to a few minutes ago. Thanks for stopping in and giving us a thumbs up. We've already got 53 great people in the room here tonight already.
54 by mine.
And let's see where we're at here for. We are at 38 likes, people. Hit that thumbs up, people.
Not out here, Donna. Amazon messes up. They want it back anymore.
So let's see who else. Let's keep scrolling down here, get caught up here, see if Menardo can go. Good evening, Moon. Absolutely, Donna. Leave the driving to professionals. Absolutely. Well, yeah, Danny boy, I get drunk, I get handcuffed, not fun. Yep. That's the way it works. John P's here. Good evening, John P. Outdoor More. Welcome to the chat, sir. Yep, Scott. I just was reading that on Yahoo before we left. Yeah, first round pick, rookies 49er wide receiver was approached in a very populated shopping area of downtown San Fran, and a guy approached him for his Rolex, and he fought with the guy over the gun. He got shot in the arm, and I guess he kept wrestling with the gun even though he was shot, and the guy got shot in the chest with his own gun. So I guess he's not dead, but I guess San Fran PD was able to come and arrest him. But yeah, guys.
That's that. Never mind.
Thank you, Moon. Much appreciated. Bill Brasky. Good evening, Bill. Oh, and since Bill's here tonight, I would like to thank Bill for his mail from 2 weeks ago. Bill sent me three sheets of stamps, guys. One sheet was just regular U.S. Post Office, the Forever stamps. And these sheets are, these are for 1 additional ounce. So I went to the post office and I said, how do I use these? And they said, well, if you have a little package like this that goes over 1 ounce, but you don't want to print the label out for $4.60 for like a 6-ounce label, if this is like 1.1 ounce, you can just put a regular stamp and then you add the additional stamp. So for like $2.40, you can mail off a package under 2 ounces instead of paying double for that if you print out a package stamp. So Bill Brasky, thank you very much. These are helping me tremendously. I want to thank you, Bill. Look, everybody knew it was Aqua Chigger. I couldn't think of the damn guy's name. Good evening, Ohio River History. Yes, I did, Jim. That's why I said there were some seriously sweet coins in there. I think 2 or 3 of them are going to be saved for the Christmas stream. And you will get kudos and props for those, Jim. Good evening, Chu. Welcome to the room. I know Bill said hi, but we're going to say hi again. Outdoor More, we are doing very well. We thank you for being here with the stream. We do this every Saturday night.
Gal.
Hold on, we got a celebrity.
Miss Charlie is in the room. Miss Dow's in the room.
Yes.
We're looking forward to you two returning in a week or two, Miss Charlie. Being Us is here. Welcome, Being Us.
Hello, Team Lynch.
Howdy, Team Lynch.
Email them silver wishes.
Talk to them on the phone today.
Hello, Olin.
Don, I can't see Relic. I can't see Shane's. Shane has to go to the Shane HRORH shorts for me to see him. Don in this chat always starts off flying until it settles down.
Shane is on OH.
Oh, is he? I haven't seen any of his comments. Good evening, Backbreaking. He does get lost, and Bill gets lost on his way to his bedroom. There's Angie and Rick. Welcome, Angie and Rick. I just couldn't think of his damn name. There's Shane. Okay, I see you now, sir. FLX, good evening. Welcome to the chat. Haven't seen you in a hot minute, sir. Thank you, Donna. Yeah. Don't remind me, Shane. But that's what we were talking about when I couldn't remember Aqua Chigger's name. How are all these foreign channels from like the Philippines or East Asia somewhere? How are they able to just take his entire video and put it on their channel, and then they get all the view hours for his videos? They're literally just cutting and pasting his whole videos, and then yet he got in trouble and had to fight YouTube canceling his channel. So, and I also follow a channel called the New Zealand Family or the New Zealanders. And it's this married couple and their 2 kids that they do review videos on different things about the United States. and they're just fascinated with the United States, and they also, their channel's been doing so well and they've been making so good of money that they just took a family trip to the United States and were trying things like barbecue and theme parks, and they chronicled their whole trip to the United States. Well, they did a video the other day saying this may be our last video and it's not clickbait. So I'm like, oh, I got to see what's going on here. And it was the husband and wife just sitting on the edge of their bed in the hotel room, and they said, folks, unless we can get what's going on with YouTube straightened out, we can't make any more videos, because the last video we put on about our trip to the United States, instead of splitting the revenue with us like 45-55 that YouTube normally does and that we depend on because this is our permanent job on YouTube, YouTube took the last video, the next before last video we did, YouTube took 100% of the revenue the first 2 days. And then the second video we had like 3 days after that, they took 90% of the video. And we've been calling, and every time we get a different person, we have to start the story all over again, which sounds like Denise's office when she calls doctor's office. But these people have literally lost 90%. Oh, okay. That's interesting, Shane. But these people have lost 90% of their revenue, and YouTube's not giving them a reason why they took their revenue.
Probably, like Shane says, copyrights. They probably went somewhere like Disney, where they employ tame jackals as lawyers, and because they're a larger channel, the jackals will go after them harder, and they don't want them to remove the video. They just want the monetization from that video.
That's very interesting. I'm waiting to see their follow-up video to see what happened, and if something like that, if they went somewhere, Shane, that was a, or excuse me, Zach, that was a copyrighted. Yeah, that I'm very interested to find that out. Good evening, Silver Assassin. Well, fortunately, Jim, hopefully it'll stay the second thing, okay? Good evening, Yodi. It's too early. Don't start that, Bill.
Sorry, I didn't get a nap either, Rob.
Tell me, it's been a rough day, Bill. Happy Bears is here. Good evening, sir.
Hi, Tim and Kathy.
Evening, Team Lynch. Talked to them today. They were their usual chipper selves. Mr. Brockton's here. Good evening, Mr. Sean. I would like to thank Mr. Sean for all the channel support he's been given the Saturday and the Sunday streams. And folks, if you have not subscribed to Mr. Brockton, please go check him out. Fun channel. And if you talk about the people that we talk about that are always upbeat and energetic and positive, Mr. Sean from Brockton Magna Fisher is one of those folks. Please check out his channel. He's been a great friend to Charlie and I and Bill and I for a long time.
I know he's friends with you and Bill, but he's got some pictures of Charlie that weren't too flattering.
Little Penny, good evenings. You know what, Brockton? I don't know if I ever sent you the pair of the 3 Men in a Tub stickers. You're the one that designed it, but I don't know if you've actually got them. So let me know if you want. I've got a couple left, sir, so I can send you one of each of the two square ones that I have left. The ones that PA did and the ones that Pat did. Silicone Vlogs, have a good evening. Welcome. Hello. Danny D, the spectacular supporter. Wow, what a great positive name there. Good evening. Welcome. Scott, you're the second person to tell me that this last week. I do very well on Craigslist. I'm more familiar with Craigslist than I am Facebook Marketplace, but Denise has kind of been teaching me a little bit more about Facebook Marketplace. But we move quite a bit of stuff on Craigslist. And that's exactly what probably is going to happen, Donna. Thank you, Shannon. Gentleman Prospector, welcome.
So you mentioned I saw on there all the time.
Good evening, Miss Charlie. Miss Charlie had Zoom fired up last Wednesday. All right, now I got to go back and see what they were talking about. I can't see it now. What Miss Charlie's going to talk about. Rick, hey, have a good evening, sir. Welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. For all you 3 or 4 channels that are new here, we do a few duck races tonight. Everybody that's here, we will be doing a list of everybody here, and we will be doing a duck race tonight. So we'll be happy to add you into those for look at all these fabulous prizes. Good evening, Miss Amanda. There's Tim and Kathy. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, Shane. Yeah, he might have to learn that rule, Shane. But to be honest with you, oh, you funny guy. You funny guy, Shane. Oh, sorry to hear that, Don. I'd like to thank Shane for being at the channel that I could see him. Shane, I saw your comment a couple weeks ago. I've been trying to catch up with comments. I tried hitting several different options on those 3 dots on your thing, and I even made you a managing director on one of the streams, and it didn't help me let you leave a comment. Let me leave a comment.
Who?
Good evening, Thomas 907. Welcome.
Hi, Thomas 907. I'm awake.
Bill, they've been helping a lot. Thank you very much, Bill.
Hey, Papa.
Take it easy, PA.
And we miss you guys too a lot, both of you.
Yes, we do.
Speak for yourselves. I thought it was kind of peaceful.
Good evening, Miss Deb Melvin. There's a lot of great names tonight. Wow, 72 people. My channel, my screen showing, and let's see what we're up to on the likes.
I got 73 showing.
We only got 60 on the like, guys. Smash that like button.
What are they running short on likes?
Yeah, it's hard to do, Dow, especially if you're only here for a few minutes. Your mom's still up. Evening, Gregory Gibson. That's right. It's free, people, and it helps.
Smash the like. Also, share the video out. That doesn't cost anything either. And it brings more people in.
That's actually one of the best things you can do is like it and share on a community tab if you're able to.
Yep.
Olin says, finally got some rain. Olin, we've had so much rain here today that I went out detecting for about an hour today, and the ground was literally like butter.
What's rain?
It did up in Hudson. It did up near the dump.
We haven't had rain in months.
Well, we've had too much rain here. That
do like they do in the state of Washington when they don't get any rain. They go out and sacrifice a cow because they think they've done something wrong. So,
Two brothers back to fishing. Good evening.
Hi, Greg Diver.
Evening, Greg.
Shannon Dalton has some great advice for everybody.
There you go. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. It's great to know that people know, like Rick Hayes saying hi to Two Brothers. Even some of the new people coming in, it seems like they know people here. That is just great, guys. Detective with Jim, welcome.
Lou, Indiana Tones, welcome.
Lou, get your ass up here, Lou. We are checked into a really sketchy motel down near No Tell'em Creek. That don't sound good, gentleman prospector. Dirt Devil Detective, welcome.
Thank you, Angie. Angie liked and shared. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angie.
Yeah, come on, Lou, get up here.
That's us. We're cool mofos. There you go. Put that in for Lou.
I missed you. Sorry.
Got to find out what's going up in the New York world area. And for Danny and the other channels here, if you guys come back either tomorrow or the Saturday night stream again next week or the Sunday stream, the second time you're here, we give you wrenches. Backbreaking, good evening.
That'll be later, Mary.
Thank you, Brad.
It's after she's gone to bed, she'll get up and slap him for being too loud.
No, I'll just get a very direct text, okay?
Yep.
Well, you should have seen how mean to me she was the other night in the text, Bill, on your stream Tuesday. Hang on. Yeah. And I was like, honey, do you have any hidden peanut butter? I'm having a peanut butter withdrawal. She goes, no, we don't. But since you haven't been buying any, Peter Pan stock went down. And then I made the comment that she went to bed and I had to get my own coffee. And she go, you be big boy and hobble over and get your own coffee. And I'm like, damn.
Damn. Rob had to get his own coffee.
She's in the other room making crying noises.
Rob?
Yeah. Judy! We used to have the grandma that lived across the street that had like 5 grandkids across the street, and the 2 of them would always fight, and the one would go by, Judy! And that's me and Pieces. That's our stream we do now when somebody's bitching about something.
J. Paul says, Rob, you ever going to get married?
You heard that answer from the background. She says, why? She doesn't want to be linked to all my problems, Bill.
No, you don't understand, Bill. Right now, when she does things for him, it's out of choice and love. If they were married, then she'd feel required, and Rob's ass would be out on the curb in no time. and he would,
That actually could be any time soon, though. Anyways.
Yes, I am, Donna. I'm always way behind the chat. I'm 7 minutes behind right now, but I'm looking to get caught up.
And then he'll be 15 minutes behind after he catches up. So
I just saw Tone's first comment.
Those front runners don't lose anything in chat, so he's always pulling up the back. Me and Bill are watching live chat and enjoying the stuff as it's live.
Thank you, Sean. I couldn't remember if I sent you another pair. See the CR can't remember shit's going on, Bill.
That's okay. Aqua who?
Yeah. I couldn't remember the Aqua part, Bill.
That was the first name that came to my mind. I thought of it instantly, but I'm like, Rob doesn't watch Aqua.
I don't, but good evening, Pat.
Used to.
But I followed that whole thing. Anytime somebody does a video saying that their channel may be put down or they're doing, I want to follow that because I mean we've had enough people in our own community that I do follow. People like Mr. Randy from Metal Detecting with Randy.
No, you didn't miss the duck race. Pickle and peanut butter.
Who just woke up one morning and his channel was gone. I mean, you know, guys, this is a great platform, but it is sure as hell far from perfect. Okay.
Unfortunately, it's the best one we have.
It is.
Because all the other ones, even though you can make money, they charge you for being on them. So
yeah, I mean, I know Tripwire left to go to that other one that he wanted because it was more in line with his political beliefs, but he wound up coming back. Why? Because it didn't have the reach that YouTube has.
Well, It has the reach, but not for metal detecting and stuff.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Bill. That's more accurate. You're correct, sir.
It's a political platform.
Yeah,
they don't care about.
Yeah, people there are not logging in to see a guy checking silver coins or metal detectors.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
Good evening, Greg.
Corey, the treasure hunter. Hello.
Good evening, Corey. Guys, Corey put a video out the other day where he got a male Karen that he went toe to toe with. Some guy bugged him about hunting in a lake, and he got really pissed when Corey kept calling him Karen. Hey, Karen, how you doing, Karen? Hey, Karen. What? Yeah, well, he called him male Karen, and the guy just about lost his freaking mind.
Link it.
Very happy you stood up for yourself, sir.
Yeah, it was great.
Link it. We'll get some views on that one.
Wow, Georgianne hasn't seen rain in her in a month either. Thank you, Tim and Kathy.
Look at the giveaway Scott McClory's announcing.
Oh, sorry. Hit it again, Zach. Sorry.
Really?
Well, I'll take the dig with KG and Ringy. I can pass up the dig with Chig.
Rob, I've seen you dig with others for no money, so I'm pretty sure if they hand you $2,000, you will gladly go and dig with Chigger. Just take your headphones that day.
Okay, Treasure Fest 7 in Arkansas. When is that?
Well, I think that's like 25.
I'll be honest with you, Zach. I'd probably decline it. And
no explanation required.
No, it's because Rob's the only one on this panel with models.
I don't mind telling people when he used to hunt with Nugget Noggin. I used to watch all of them, and then they did a river video where Nugget Noggin had on a mesh bag, and every piece of can or can slaw or trash Nugget Noggin picked up from the river and put it in his sack. The guy gets done a river, and you see all the great finds. He has them all laid out, and then he shows you the side table, and there's all his freaking trash that he picked up and cleaned the river. Tons of trash, Nugget Noggin. And then I watched Aqua Chigger, and he's down there with his snorkel, and he reaches down in the river, and he picks up an aluminum can, and he shows it to everybody, and drops it back into the fucking river. Okay?
Yeah.
That was the last video of Aqua Chigger I ever watched. I was like, you slob. That was a discredit to everybody metal detecting. And maybe he didn't have a bag with him that day. Maybe that's the only time he did it. But that's the time I saw it.
Yeah, we did the same on one of the hobo train riders I used to watch. He's dead now, but he was talking about how he was a clean one and he didn't like trash and all that, and he was complaining about it in that video. And in that particular video, he ate a purple bag of M&Ms. I don't know what kind they were, but they were purple. So he eats the M&Ms in his video, puts the trash in his bag, and in like the next clip of his video where he's leaving his little camping spot for the night, the brand new purple M&M bag is laying on the ground. Me and several commenters were like, "Hey, you threw your M&M trash out there." No, I didn't. It got in a big argument about it. We time-stamped it. All of us did. No, that's obviously a brand new purple M&M bag on the ground right where you were. It's annoying.
Pickle and peanut butter. Good evening. Denise loves your channel name, by the way. No, we haven't started them yet, Pickle. We haven't even got through all the introductions yet. Mr. Chris, show me treasure. But that's just phenomenal. I've met KG and Ringy 3 times now. Nicest guys in the world. They'll take time to pose and chat with anybody. They've been at, I think they were hunt 7, 8, or 8, 9, and 10. I got to meet them each of the 3 years, and they remember you. Nice guys. I really like the guys. They've head out and done some permission, digs up there. They'll take off if somebody's got a permission. Some of the guys went and hunted with them. Pickle says, "What it rained? What is that stuff?" I'm telling you guys. How much rain did you say we've had here this month?
No, Sarasota says 58.
This month.
Not Sarasota.
Wow, Bill. The Sarasota area this year has gotten 58 inches of rain here.
Holy crap. Nice, you devil. That's a lot.
Last year they got 28, so they're over twice over.
That's a decade and a half of the year of the rain my city would get. We average 4.
And that's in a good year, right?
That's an average.
Yeah, I agree with Texas Donna. Pickle and peanut butter. I love pickles and I love peanut butter, but not together. So he's daring her to do that.
Are you still in there, Leon? Let the dog out.
Scott says the first winner got announced today. David Adams, whoever that is.
What?
Yeah,
I'll take the $2,000, Scott, and I'll go hunting with KG and Ringy.
I just looked it up to make sure I wasn't right. Our average rain is between 4 and 4.9 inches for a year.
Andrew Rick says the last time it rained here was the time we wanted to go live.
Yeah, you diver, that's it. Hello, she-devil.
Absolutely, Lou. Absolutely, no doubt.
Hi, Jeremy. Digging up the Carolinas.
Yeah, I dug up 3 cans at the school I was at today, and one of them I knew it was going to be a can because you do that thing over it where it rings up to 26 as a dime, but you put your coil up a foot, and then you go a foot around it, and you're still getting the signal. And you go, well, you know that's not going to be a dime. You know 100% that's going to be a can, but I wanted to do a show me on the video, so I dug it up, and it was a can. Good evening, She-Devil.
Well, it's like I bring back the brass, copper, and iron, but I find tons of aluminum cans and like aluminum siding and stuff. Just too much to haul back, so I put it in piles. And there's a guy that lives in the HOA here that he goes down and picks it up. Mark the Burgunner.
Good evening, Mark. Good evening, Jeremy. Digging up the Carolinas. Pickle and Peanut Butter says they live in Central California, Zach. Every time the wife and I think about moving to Middle America, the weather's up here 105, 110. Yeah, Zach was telling it. He showed us a thermometer on a building that said 125 one day.
That was the world's tallest thermometer in Baker, California.
Pickle and Peanut Butter. We're in Central California. I used to live in Northern California.
Wow, that's an interesting fact from Scott. There you go, Mark.
You know, Scott posts that, and that's a real interesting fact. But I can't help but wonder if the side that didn't get very much rain was the side that Scott lived on, because the initial thought is maybe they were getting McCloried. Sorry, Scott.
Oh, by the way, if you guys want to go check out Corey's video, that is a really old lake he's doing, and he did pull some silver out of there, folks. So go check out his video.
Is Manly in the house? Somebody said hi to Manly.
Haven't seen him yet, but I'm only 2 minutes behind.
I don't see him
Nice,
either.
Greg. Went detective today. My wife found her first chain bracelet, and I got a 45 Wheatie. Congratulations, sir. Any day with jewelry and an old Wheatie is a good day, sir.
Hi, Ronnie.
Good evening, Ron.
Yeah, Corey the Treasure Hunter said hi to Manly Dirt Fishing, but I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't see him either.
No.
Evening, Jim. All right, I'm actually caught up, guys.
No.
Yeah, give it a minute.
Only took 47 minutes.
That all?
Jeremy, tell us how you really feel, sir.
I thought everybody always carried pockets full of paper clips to the beach.
Oh, anytime, Pickle. You're welcome here, and Sunday mornings anytime, sir. You're welcome on Bill's Tuesday night. You do Zoom on Wednesday nights. It was great having I think we had 9 or 10 people in Zoom Wednesday night. Yeah, Tim and Kathy, I try and take any plastic off the beach, especially if it's down around the tide line, and it looks like it's going to go out. Bags, wrappers, anything like that. That's always a great thing to do, Tim.
Hi, Paula Abrams.
Howdy, Miss Paula.
Hello, Dirt Devil.
Yeah, Shane means the other Rob, mainly dirt fishing. He's a huge 49ers fan.
Hey, 49ers are great.
Nice, Neil.
Nice, Neil. Nice. Yeah, and
Very nice.
you get a shallow signal. Why not? But when you get a signal that your machine says 6-7 inches, and you still pick your machine up 6 to 8 inches off the ground, and it's still just as strong, you know that's not going to be a dime.
No. It's going to be a freaking
there you go, Ronnie.
What's going to be?
Ronnie's putting the link there, right, guys? If you want to go check out Corey's video, Ron E. just put the link. Thank you very much, Ron.
Was that the video where he was fighting with the Karen?
Yep. It was great.
And then the guy goes and gets
they put up his channel link. Dang it.
The guy goes and gets the Karen, and he comes back, and the guy's like, what is it, the little gator cart? And he's like, there's the guy I was telling you about. And Corey looks up to the guy and says, please tell him. And the guy goes, sir, he's perfectly allowed to be doing there. And then the Karen just goes storing off. And Corey goes, score 1 for Corey and 0 for Karen. And I was just rolling.
Hi, Hobo Rob.
Oh, Shane wants me to pull this up, guys. Guys, Bill's leaving for a sec, so I'll put this up solo. Shane just texted me, guys, Ohio River history. He is starting his football pool for fantasy football. It is on cbssports.com, football pick'em pools. And you can join his channel name with his daughter, guys. It's In the Blood Sports Channel. So you can go there, guys, and check that out. I've never played fantasy football, guys. I've never really wanted to do it because I never really understood it. But, guys, Shane and his daughter, Alex, who I just love to death, gave me a crash course in fantasy football, and I had a blast last year playing fantasy football with them. It was a lot of fun. We do a lot of interacting when it's in the blood, for the thing. Who's gonna come in? Who's gonna go out? And I had a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for letting me do that, Shane. Hobo Rob, welcome to the chat.
Hello, Hobo Rob.
Yeah, we've had a couple fake reals down here, Team Lynch. There you go, Bill. Good man, Bill.
Rob, now you've annoyed all the foosball people.
Okay. Shane says it's not fantasy football; it's pick'em.
So does Scott. It's not fantasy; it's pick'ems. I don't know what the difference are.
Good night, gentlemen. Prospector.
Oh, very cool, Mystic. That's cool. Of course, that's probably not going to help the magnet fishing guys any.
I'm sure they'll be able to find something to stick to on their magnets.
Yes, Corey. It was good to have creative control in the editing department. Absolutely, sir. And he makes a comment about that. And I'll tell you guys, when I first started metal detecting, people used to ask me, well, how do you find anything after that beach cleaner machine comes by and picks up all the trash? Well, guys, it literally has like tines on a rake that are like this far apart, and they just it goes around and just goes like that, guys. It's not going to, unless that tine happens to come down right in the middle of a ring and flips it up, that ring's just going to fall off to the side. That quarter's going to fall off to the side. Those things are made to pick up bottles, towels, soda cans, your stuff that's bigger than at the size of a frisbee or a bottle or something. It's not made to pick up coins or pull tabs or bottle caps. So that's why all your good stuff stays on the beach.
Okay, Scott's explaining fantasy football. That's where you draft players, and pick them as you just pick every week out of the league. Pick teams.
Okay, Shane.
Hey, Rob, are you by any of the canals where the ultra big ships go, or by any of the ports where the ultra big ships go in?
No, that's on the. We do have a couple small ships at the port of Tampa, but that's still 25 miles from me.
But how far are the big ships from you? Real far?
The other side of the state near Park Rat Pat. The Disney, the Carnival, the Celebrity Cruise Lines, all the big massive ships.
Oil tankers, stuff like that.
Yeah. We have a few oil tankers at the Port of Tampa. The Port of Tampa for years has always been a working port. You know, oil tankers, supply ships, cargo ships, but they finally improved enough to where a few of the smaller ships are going out of the Port of Tampa. Denise and I have never taken one out of the Port of Tampa. The ships we've always taken have been out of Port Canaveral. I
was just curious because I ran across the water displacement videos when those ultra massive ships go by, people showing the water drops. And, you know, while it's kind of a boring video, it would be relatively easy to make. And then I looked at how many views they had, and I thought if you had access to that, it would be worth putting one out, or 2 or 10.
Yes, I did, Jim. As a matter of fact, I have your real right here, Jim. 1777. And since Jim brought that up, guys, this is one of the coins that Jim sent me this week in my package. This will be going into the Christmas giveaway, guys. This is a phenomenal 2 real. I believe that's King Carlos. Very beautiful coin. I've never even held one of these before.
That's a very nice coin. Thank you, Mr. Jim Steele. But Rob, we have a request. Could you please, while on camera, put that in a safe space and let us all know where it is so we can remind you later?
Did he say to give it to her?
There's 63 people in chat. One of us will have to remember that you put it in the nicotine box from 1902 or something.
I should put it in the secrets box. It's all the silver, okay? But then again, I lost the real out of that box, so.
All right, you're pretty organized with your prize list. Take your book and flip it over, and make that you're putting things in safe space list, and you can just make a little note of where you safely stored all your items.
Oh, okay, Scott. Thank you. Okay, I know.
Well, Rob, I just looked up the prices of reals from the 1770s. Very good. They all average $25.
No, I actually looked this one up, Bill, and this one's between 40 and 60 for that particular one. So that's an incredible prize that Jim sent that we're going to
very fine 80, extra fine 125.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought they'd be worth more than that, but I guess there's so many of them.
Jim said he actually found that years ago in Pennsylvania. Yeah, you're not going to be finding those in Florida.
Which one? Get over there. Which one?
Oh, Hobo Rob, that is a pretty nasty thing to do.
Yeah.
See, Donna, we're good luck, Donna. Whoop, whoop, it just started raining here. You're welcome, Donna. Yes, Jacksonville is a good port for cruise ships also. Absolutely, Shannon. Oh, Greg, that is way up there at the old top of the bucket list, sir.
But the funny thing is, I was reading, if you find one of the older fakes of a real, they're actually worth more than a real.
See, look what Zach started now. I'm already saying, put it down before you misplace it.
Don't worry, guys. He'll misplace it. We all know that.
I did not start it. You have admitted on your own on many streams, probably every stream, that you have lost something that you cared about.
And I'm still missing several things. As a matter of fact, I have a missing list. So when I find something, I get excited that I can take the big fat Sharpie and cross that baby off. I haven't made many cross-off lines lately, but I'm working on it.
Yeah,
my initial thought when you said you had a missing list, I thought you had lost the list of the things you were missing. That's what the missing.
He'll lose the list.
Look at this, man! Nobody's ever going to let me forget that Tesla muffler comment. Tape it to the computer monitor. You know what, Shane? That's a good idea because I do have a lot of notes taped up here. And if I forget something or Denise wants to remind me if she's gone to work before I get up, Denise will tape it to the computer monitor, Shane. Absolutely, sir. Oh, Greg, that wouldn't be a bad thing. You'd come out of here pretty well off, sir.
Yeah, I know, Shane. I know they usually are. Bill,
Hobo Rob,
you doing?
Noble Rob says, my wife lives in St. Pete. I'm about 30 miles north of St. Pete, Rob, right up U.S. Highway 19, if you're familiar with it. We're just a few blocks off of 19. Troy is a couple of miles off of 19, but Troy lives in central St. Pete also. And that's why Troy finds so many stuff, guys. St. Pete's a very old town, and they have a lot of old 20s, 30s, and 40s neighborhood that are 5-10 minutes from Troy's house. So, yeah, Rob, love detecting in St. Pete, Rob.
Well, Lou, you say Lowell to Tesla muffler. That's because Rob's the #1 Tesla muffler tester.
Even got my Tesla tee on tonight, guys. Yeah. See, I'm wearing it tonight, Bill, because next Sunday, not tomorrow, but next Sunday, a week from tomorrow, is the start of football season. So next Sunday will be all Bucks gear. So everybody, I'll tell you what, anybody that wants to wear a football T-shirt or hat for next Sunday, we'll pop you up on the stream for a minute to give you a shout out for your team.
Oh, no, Shane.
No, Shannon. No. I still haven't found the little half real. No, I haven't found that yet, sir.
We pick up your slack, Shane. Past and present. Hello.
It's getting cold in here. It's just getting cold. Evening, past and present. Yay, digging SoCal's here. Finally home from the latest road trip. That man travels almost as much as Grandma Kelly.
Yes, he does. Rocky Mountain Brad. Hello.
Yeah, of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. No, there's other things I miss more than my mind. Yeah, Tones, I had a bad night one night, Tones, and I wasn't paying attention to the thing. And somebody said, "Hey, I got an estimate for $700 for my Tesla muffler system repair." And I went, that's a pretty good price. Not even thinking, Lou, that it's an electric engine with no muffler system, Lou. And nobody's let me forget that one, Lou.
And Shane has never let you forget about the 13 cents COD.
And that's about what it was, too, Bill. Oh, my gosh, guys. Jim, MD Belburn's here from the other side of the world. Yep. Welcome, Jim. Hello. Denise in the other room going, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Jim and I were probably one of each other's first 100 subs, guys, because he had an Xterra 705 also. Now, see, Bill, you do that.
Hi, Nick Molnar.
Good evening, Nick.
Well, I'm going to blame you, Rob. If you hadn't started talking about taking naps, it would have never happened.
I did. So great seeing Bill and Christine here tonight. Jay Paul, have you tried putting that on ID Me from Facebook, the channel that people put their unknown metal detecting finds on? I have found people there to be very, very knowledgeable. Hi, Mrs. Zach.
Pickle and peanut butter. You got a Prius? Want to really foul them up? Put a gun rack in the back window.
Oh, Shane, you're in the right chat, buddy, to watch people smack me around tonight. You should probably be loving this, sir.
We have to abide by less rules on Saturday night, Shane.
Yes. Good evening, Brad. Yeah, Tones.
A great find on the trip. Needs to have it looked at.
Brad from Green Mountain Metal Detecting found a counterfeit one, and when I say a counterfeit one, it was a period counterfeit one made in the 1800s to destabilize Spain's economy, and that's why he didn't dig it live, because it rang up so low. And he took it to a coin show or a metal detecting event or whatever, guys, and somebody put it on one of those silver testers, that machine that's very expensive, and it went way out of the silver, and it turns out it's a counterfeit from the period, and they said that's even rarer and harder to find than a real one. And then another time that Green Mountain Metal Detecting was detecting with a buddy of his on that guy's property, and it was like the second or third time the guy had ever metal detected. And he rang over it, and Brad dug it up. And when Brad flipped the plug over, that freaking 8 real was sitting there staring. That was an incredible find, guys. But yeah, that would be the ultimate find, Lou.
Rob, Jim MD Melbourne said he hasn't been around. He's having health issues. He's having a stress test done on his heart tomorrow.
My prayers be with you, Jim. I wish you the best, buddy. Where is White City? All right, now I got it. Now I got to Google White City, Florida. Ooh, wow, that looks really nice.
I still want to make it to Swampwater, Florida. And this has got to be a mecca for rednecks.
That is 3 hours and 15 minutes away from me. So what I would have to do is go spend a night or a weekend over at the Disney Vero Beach Resort. Which actually, from the Disney Vero Beach Resort. That would be 47 minutes. That's doable. So, Dirt Devil, that's definitely doable. But, yeah, Jim, I wish you the best. Yeah, you got to put gas on a hybrid. Absolutely, Greg. Nice digging, SoCal. I did fell for the banana in the Tesla tailpipe trick, Shane. Absolutely.
Excuse me.
Oh, very nice, Dirt Devil. Very nice. I look forward to that video. I would probably say right now, well, I'm going to come out and say it. He's probably the number one detectorist I want to meet right now. Evening, Show Me Stacker. Yeah, like
it was a gold ring that Bill Digging SoCal found, but he couldn't find the owner, so he's gonna see what it's worth. Cool.
Oh, thank you, Wendy.
See, my luck, I would find the owner in 5 minutes.
Glad to hear that, Nick. I just had an ultrasound of my heart last week. Looks like I'll be around to bug everyone for a long time. Very glad to hear that, Nick. Wow, Jim says it's 12:45 there, so Jim is literally 10 hours behind us. Or is that 10 hours behind or in front of us?
In front of us.
So he can give us the winning lotto numbers.
Let me know how that works for you.
Oh, my God.
Amen, Don.
Digging SoCal's rose gold 14 karat, and the diamond is over a carat. See, guys, I have yet to find a diamond ring. I've got new. I don't want to say several. Yeah, I got several gold rings. Not a buku, but I've gotten several gold rings, and a few of them have stones in them, but not a diamond. I do not have a real diamond ring yet.
Hey, for me to find cubic zirconium would be a step up.
That's absolutely, Bill. All right, Mr. Minnick says, Rob, I got a DAL for a race tonight. The 2 sequential star notes I mentioned before. All right. Tell you what, let me get. All right, Dirt Devil, sounds great.
Nice,
Absolutely, David Alfonsetti. When you come out of your Disney hotel room and you walk down to the pool, right where you go to the pool at the resort, there's a tiny boardwalk that's about 10, 15 feet long that goes through the mangroves, because obviously you can't cut through the mangroves. So you go down there, and then you got to use your key card to get in and out of the resort, to access to the beach. But when you go in front of those mangroves, Disney has a brass plaque that says 50 yards to the north of this resort is where 7 of the 11 ships or whatever, 7 of the 9 ships of the Spanish 1715 fleet went down there. So yeah, guys, there is Spanish silver found 50 yards off the Disney Vero Beach Resort all the time. When I was there the first time, when I was brand new metal detecting, I just had my 705. That's a land machine. I was doing up in the dry sand because I'd found out you can't do. That is the only place in the state of Florida where you can't do the water, because they sell those shipwreck. What do they call those plots?
Salvage rights.
Yeah, salvage rights. So there was a guy there who made his own detector, and I swear to God, he had a 2.5-foot coil. It was almost as big as a car tile, and he was doing right at the water edge, and he was trying to get as deep as he could to find old Spanish silver. I mean, literally, the guy had made his own detector to try and find Spanish silver that day at Disney.
But was he finding any?
No, he went up and down. He went up and kept going a little bit north, and I didn't see him come back. Thank you, Don. Thank you very much. Oh, Dirt Devil, I'm very jealous. Brad, Jason, and Doug from Quarter Hoarder were all detecting at the same event.
Nice.
Torchy, good evening. Just popped in to say hi. Got grandkids over 6 and 2, so I'm busy. Yes, I guess you said you were. Yeah, Mystic, but I don't count those as finding gold rings. I mean, when I say finding a gold ring with a diamond, that just flat out metal detecting. Oh yeah, I have found numerous diamond rings that we've returned to the people, and I found that diamond tennis bracelet that was worth somewhere between $5,000 and $20,000. That was so expensive that when the newspaper called me to put that recovery in the newspaper, and I passed on her number to the newspaper called her, and she declined because apparently they were wealthy enough that they did not want their name and photo in the paper for fear of a criminal attack. I mean, look at that first round draft choice in California today in San Fran that got shot for his Rolex. And people with that kind of wealth don't want their name and picture out there in the paper. So my greatest ring recovery I've ever done through Ring Finders got no now it's on the Ring Finders website. I think it's page 7 on the Ring Finders website is my recovery on that.
Tim and Kathy.
Tell me full screen real quick, Rob.
Yep. Good night, Tim and Kathy. Is that from Mr. Minix?
Yep.
All right. Let me get me a coffee, Zach, and then I'll build a race and we'll get those going. We'll do silver for first, and then we'll do those for DAL.
This is from Mr. Minix. You can't see good, but they are
Sequential star notes. Okay.
sequential star notes. No, I didn't get a new watch, Gregory.
I can't believe how much back my legs are on.
So you taking the weekend off, Zach?
No, not voluntarily. I had myself quite a few days off last week, unfortunately.
Sorry. I know, no work, no money.
It is what it is. I was talking with another mobile service guy today. He does the big trucks and truck tires, and we were talking, and we're in agreement. You know, the economy's crap, and we've had similar months. And then It's like I was telling him, me and my son stopped for lunch because we went out and ran a job. I had to feed him. And the gas station that we went to, half of the cars that were pulling into the gas station were high-end cars, Porsches, Lamborghini SUV, this and that, you know, and those aren't the kind of people that break down, for one, and two, you can't do anything for them. But it's just a indicator of the economy and the circumstances. You know, the people who have money still have money, and they're traveling and they're doing things.
Yeah.
My business isn't based off of Porsches and Lamborghinis. I want Hondas and Toyotas and Chevys. You know,
Yeah.
the working man's car. So
Yeah.
but in
And
the time
like
we were
working
there,
man, it's feast or famine. I mean,
in the time we were there, half of the cars we saw were all higher end cars, and a quarter of them were, you know, well over $100,000 cars. So MD Melbourne says he has a fake Rolex that his daughter got him from Indonesia. A real one would be $100,000. This fake one could sell for $10,000. Nice.
oh God, years ago I got a solid gold Seiko. I was night manager of a grocery store, and people would come in and they didn't have cash, but they had something we could hold on to, and the boss said it was okay until they came back and bought it back. Well, this kid, he wasn't a kid, he's 25, but he wanted a 12-pack and a couple packs of cigarettes. Okay. He goes, I don't have any money. Hi, Frank. And I go, you have to have collateral then. So he pulls out this Seiko watch, and I'm looking at it. It wasn't a top-of-the-line Seiko, but it was a solid gold 14-karat Seiko. So I said, okay, you got 1 week to bring the money back. So 2 weeks went by. He didn't show up. I paid off his bill. I waited 1 more week, went up. This was back in 84 or 5. I took it to the hawk shop. I laid it down. My friend that worked there, I go, what can I get for it? He goes, $250.
And you're like, done.
Done. I'm out of here.
Ah, the good old days.
Yeah.
All right, we've got 6 or 7 new people in the room tonight. Folks, if you haven't made a comment in the last few minutes, please make a comment so I can get you in these duck races.
And it is off of the master list, so if you were in the races before, you're in the races now.
Thank you for that, Zach, because, yes, I'm pulling up the master list. It's got 250 names in it right now.
Jim, we just held a master race for every race that was going to be on tonight, and it was a one-shot go. You won it, but you got McCloried, and that's just real unfortunate.
Mike the Greek, hello.
Evening, Mike. Yo. All right, we got digging up the Carolinas, digging SoCal's there. Javier, welcome to the chat.
Deb Melvin, hello.
She's been here. She's just saying hi again to make sure I got in the race. And Miss Deb, you're already in there.
I missed her earlier. Sorry, Deb.
I've got Gentleman Prospector in there already. Happy Bears is in there. Hobo Rob's in there. But I don't think we have Jim MD Melbourne in there because he hasn't been here in a while. So let's put him in right now. No, I take that back. Jim's already in there.
We got Rick Hay in chat.
All right, let's get Rick in there.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, he's the other half of Angie and Rick's channel. So make sure you put Rick in there. And Rick, I really hope you win tonight.
Hey, if they're two people and they got two channels, that's when I'll put two people. I don't want somebody to put two channels for a single person. But if a husband and wife have two different channels or a couple and they're both here, I got no problem putting both of them in. We got Ohio River history, even though we don't want him to win. He's in there.
Oh, look what Northern found today.
I can't see the list right now. I'm looking at the list.
Oh, Northern Found has discovered that Florida drivers are nuts. That is a find.
If you've just discovered that, we've known that for a long time, Northern.
That's what happens when you give people a wrestle.
When you come to Florida, at the state line, all turn signals fall off at the state line.
Hello, John Chum.
Evening, John Chum. We'll double check to make sure John's in here. Got you in there, John?
I think it's everywhere anymore, digging SoCal. Drivers everywhere just suck. There are no courteous drivers left.
All right, we got Show Me Stacker, Show Me Mo Diggs, and Show Me Treasure all in the race. Chops in the race. Tom K. Thomas 907. And we had one other new channel come in earlier, but I don't remember who that was, but I'm not seeing them now. It wasn't Rick, it was somebody else. But I'm not seeing them making a comment now. Howdy, Sticky.
I like that. Adage. I'm a courteous driver until you piss me off.
All right, we've even got Lou in here. Lou's been in here too, so.
Yeah.
All right, I was curious, so I just Googled what state has the best drivers. Tennessee supposedly has the best drivers in the U.S.
Yeah, okay.
but here's where you know their Google list is wrong. New York has the second best.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying. Yeah, I'm with Bill. I'm not buying that one.
No. Somebody's taught they used a dartboard for that test.
Yeah, New York gets the second best because they've got the lowest rates of speeding and drunk driving and the second lowest number of traffic fatalities in the country.
Well, I'm sure being stuck in bumper to bumper traffic at 5 miles an hour in New York City definitely takes care of that speeding problem.
Well, I can tell
you got to realize it's by per capita. So if the 100 million people that live in New York aren't getting speeding tickets, it sure makes the rest of them look real good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you average in all the people driving in New York City, yeah, there's plenty of open spaces in New York. But when like you say, Zach, you average those in. Oh, we got to get pickle butter and peanut butter in there. Thank you, Pickle, for making a comment.
They might be in. They've been here before. Double check that.
Excuse me. All I know is I can sit out here and watch about every sixth or seventh car that goes by my house is not only new, but it's full of crunch fenders, dings on the doors, bumpers. I'm talking brand new cars too. You know, maybe 2-3 years old at the most. And you go, wow.
We got pickle and peanut butter in there.
Mark Trailer, hello. Gold painted Dutchie.
I want to make sure Prospector's in here. Brad?
I tell you, want to see crazy driving, go to Tokyo, Japan.
Well, hell, even their crosswalks are crazy, Bill.
Oh, the whole place is crazy. But all I remember is when I was in R&R over there, and 4 of us in the taxi, we told this guy where we wanted to go. It was 75 miles an hour across 6 lanes to go the other way. It just floored it for the parking spot.
MD Melbourne's down here. They're Australia. He was honking at a driver that cut him off a few months ago at the traffic light. The other driver got out of the car to see what his problem was. Turns out it was a friend from school he hasn't seen in years.
Well, that's cool. Mr. Gold Panning Dutchy Jocko's here. Good evening, Dutchy.
Nothing like getting beat up by an old high school acquaintance. Hey, didn't I know you in high school? Yeah, come here.
All right, guys, we've got
You're
everybody
in
in
Canada.
here.
Welcome to the United States. Nobody signals anymore.
No. Have a good night, hon.
Wait till we have flying cars. Oh, that'll be great. Watch the accidents in the air.
Well, that's the thing with those self-driving cars. For as much as you might not trust self-driving cars or anything like that, you really have to look at what the comparison is, and they might not be too bad.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they'd be a lot better than most people nowadays. Bill, yeah, they do. It's called the middle finger. Well, yeah, you're right, Danny.
You know what? They're going to make this race for a Dirt Troll and Troy dug up silver.
Jim said they pulled over and talked for over an hour.
Nice.
The one I always liked is going to a county fair and running into somebody you hadn't seen for years. You can't remember their name, and they can't remember yours, but you talk to each other, and then you walk away both thinking the same thing. Wish I could remember his name.
I actually tell people sometimes, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell your name is. They get offended, but it is what it is. Some people don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Mark has a question for Denise. He wants to know if she can make him a cup of coffee before she goes to bed. That way he doesn't have to wake you up to have you come.
Oh, she'll just text him to get his own damn coffee.
She didn't even ask if I wanted a refill before she went to bed.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, I worked her hard today, guys. Plus, she had to go work a job. She doesn't only work on Saturday, so she's pretty tired today.
Well, let's see. She waits on you half the day, works at other places 3/4 of the day. Yeah, she's tired.
Yes.
Not to mention she has to clean up after and when she does get home.
And then she's got a supervisor
I did sweep the floor tonight. Of course, my muddy shoes were the ones that got the floor completely dirty.
That doesn't count, Ron.
What'd you do to make it dirty? Did you drop the coffee grounds trying to figure out how to make your own?
No, I came back right into the house from tamping down the dirt from putting that 4x4 pole in, and all the wet dirt and mud was stuck to my shoes. So she came out of the bathroom and she's like, "Where the hell is all this mud from? I just cleaned this floor."
Jesus, Rob, you're how old? Hi, Gary.
Hello, Gary.
You think you'd remember to clean your shoes off before you come in the house?
Well, the second time I did take them off outside. So
I keep one of those the older style where it's like grass but it's really really stiff doormats that you can scrub your feet on. I try to keep those in front of my door.
that's a good idea.
They make a difference.
Okay, they were what? Sequential what? Star notes, Zach?
Two $1 sequential star notes.
From Mr. Minix. Okay. We're gonna
And
do
he
this
was
for
out
a
for
we're gonna do this for a silver Rosie, dug from Mr. Dirt Troll and Troy himself. So we're gonna do that. And Mr. Minix will be doing the DAL for 2 sequential star notes. That's a great, great prize.
Nice.
There is Mr. Troy's dug up dime. We will be saving some of his silver for the Christmas. Guys, we're going to be giving away a lot of silver for the Christmas Christmas giveaway. All righty, let's get back here. Present, share screen, share screen. Duck race. Look at that. All righty, guys. There is the duck race. Set. All right, this is for 2 prizes, guys. First and last, a silver dime and 2 sequential star notes for DAL.
Stickman, is that what was that from Juice? Just wondering.
All righty, folks. 3, 2, 1. And if you're wondering why we're running ducks tonight, not the airplanes or anything else, I got zinged by YouTube for the airplane music, guys. Apparently, One Stop, this company that runs the duck races, apparently they don't bother checking to see if their music is copyrighted.
Of course they do, Rob. What they do is they check to see who wants to pay them for the to use their music, so that they can come on YouTube and get the copyright money for it.
Yeah, well,
highest bidder.
I chose to have the music muted for that 30 seconds of the duck race before I turn the volume down.
Yeah.
Because if you edit out that, here's what I've learned, Zach. If you edit out any part of a live stream or premiere, to like if you edit out a 20-second spot that somebody cursed or did something, had music in the background, once you edit that out, you can never see the chat again. It cancels your chat. You can't go back and see the chat.
Oh, wow.
So that's... But anyway.
Danny Juice put out some kind of video that he wasn't going to be doing YouTube either anymore or for a while.
I didn't catch all of it, but apparently he lost his metal detector in the lake and lost a lot of other stuff, and something's going on. So,
wow. Really? I had not heard that.
Where's Hot Mess? She would know, I think.
There you go. Shane says download free music from YouTube and hit the mute button. All right, guys, there's the 19-second fade. Dennis has been up there the whole race, along with Lucky Duck Digger. Here comes, oh, look at that. I saw Rick Hay in the screen. Here comes Thomas 907. Rick Hayes, the duck is still up there. Here comes Phil Leo, and it's going to be Phil Leo. Boom.
If you're at the top, if you can see your name on the screen, comment. If you're above PAPAROUS, comment. That would be Phil Leo, Wrenches Repair, Patty, Melody Price, Jack Felmy, or Grumpy Fellow. PAPAROUS is definitely here. So if you're above PAPAROUS and you're here, you need to comment before the timer goes off. Phil Leo, Wrenches Repairs, Patty Disharoon, Melody Price, Jack Felmy, or Grumpy Feller.
Well, I know Patty texted me tonight, said she's probably not going to be here this weekend.
You got the timer going?
I'm starting it right now, sir.
Come on, there's got to be somebody here above me.
Isn't Phil usually here?
Yeah, he usually is. It's just I didn't see his name tonight, though. So,
Angie, before we go to DAL, we need to see if Rick Hay beat Angie and Rick. So, Phil Leo, are you here? Patty Disharoon, Melody Price.
Wow, Rick must have really
don't congratulate me yet, people. Somebody could show up.
All right, well, Bill, you want to Bill, would you like that, or you want me to rerun one?
Let's rerun it.
All right, well, let's see who won the DAL.
Well, we got to see who. Yeah. We got to see if who won Angie and Rick too. We need to make sure that Angie stays thoroughly defeated.
All right, Maddie's not been here tonight.
Hunter Busher hasn't been.
Hasn't been a while. Peter hasn't been here. Oh, David Alfonsati's been here.
Yeah.
David, are you still here?
And Lewis is here too.
All right.
You're not going to see Maria for a while. Her daughter had a heart attack or a stroke. I forget what she's taking care of her. So.
If you can see your name, you need to comment.
So, David, if you're here, let us know you're here, David. You'd win 2 sequential star notes.
Not Lewis.
David Alphonse.
Yep, there he is. I'm here, he says.
Boom. All right. David Alphonse said he gets that one.
All right, Mr. Minix, throw your email in chat for David Alfonsetti to contact you.
We'll have a good dinner, Jim. It's the first day of spring in Australia, and it's Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Jim.
Yep, happy Father's Day, and have a great dinner.
His daughter came to the Tampa Bay area, and I was not able to hook up with her when she came over here. I wanted to stop by and say hi to her, but that just didn't happen.
That came out completely wrong, Rob.
How did I say that?
You said his daughter came over to the Tampa area, and I wasn't able to hook up with her.
Well, okay. I wasn't able to meet with her. I meant that innocently, Jim.
Nothing escapes.
Jim's a good-sized guy. We want to make sure we got the right meaning there.
Yeah, Paul, you're still on the list.
Yeah, Paul, you're on the list. We didn't remove you.
All right, let's see where Angie and Rick Hay finished.
Wow.
Rick Hay right there.
Okay, Rick's 23rd.
Even Rick beats you, Angie. You're looking way too far up in the list for Angie.
Oh, look at that. 77th. Boom.
You made the top 100. You're getting better.
Absolutely. Yeah. She made the top 100. All right, I'm going to double check a minute. Double check a minute, make sure Mr. Paul Casper's in there. I'll be happy to do that for him.
And he's going to rerun the race for that dime.
And we're going to rerun the race for the dime here. As soon as I double check Paul's in there. Absolutely, he's in there. Okay, set.
You're on there, Stickman.
Oh yeah, Sticky, you've never left.
Why does Rick have to sleep on the couch? He won. He should get the bed. You get the couch, Angie.
All righty, guys. 3, 2, 1. This is from Mr. Bill PAPAROUS. Thank you, Bill.
Oh, you're welcome, Rob.
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
And just so everybody knows, Jim Steele's been asking me. I've been behind on my Monday Digs duck races for Sunday morning. So, guys, we're going to start tomorrow off with 3 Monday Digs duck races, 3 weeks of Monday Digs duck races.
Nice.
Angie, Bill does rock. Hobo Robs is go, duck, go. Digging. Bill, he was here a few minutes ago. Bill Brasky, you here?
Whoa, 105 degrees in Outback Queensland. They broke a record yesterday. Wow, Jim.
Yeah, but they were still technically in winter.
Oh my God! That in winter. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Angie. You guys rock too. That means they're going to have one heck of a hot summer there, probably.
Hold on. Digging SoCal is saying that somebody needs to watch their Wednesday video because they possibly won something real nice. I just wanted to let you know, Digging SoCal, that I do accept wins on behalf of other people, and I'm in Southern California, so the shipping should be cheaper.
All righty, guys, 5 seconds left. Here is it. Sherry Lynn Martin. She's going to come right up at the end there. Boom. All right, we haven't seen her tonight.
Yeah, Bill Brasky, check out his video. I watched it.
If you can see your name, you need to comment. Sherry Lynn Martin, Little Penny Coin, Dog is
We know Nathan isn't here.
David Carlisle, Crazy About a Mercury, Larry Downing, Bells, Mona, Papa. If you're still here, I'd recommend getting a comment in because I don't recognize any of these names.
Papa was the only one that.
Nope, Little Penny's here.
Boom. Did she make a comment?
Little Penny is here.
Oh, that's right.
Cool.
She's here.
Little
Yep.
penny coins. I
She
was
here.
sending her a silver dime,
Very nice.
and I think I already have her address.
Yeah, but Paul, we're in summer. They're in winter in Australia. So think what it's going to be like when summer hits there.
All right, we can stop the timer because we have a winner. All right. All right, guys, we'll do some more duck races before the night's over. I should do it first. My duck identifies as a submarine. Oh, it just turned you off. All right, let me just double check my iCloud email, but I think I have little penny coins in there. Yes, I do. As long as she's still in Oregon, I have her address. Boom.
Buddy.
So, Miss Little Penny Coins, I do have your address.
Oh, big yawn, buddy.
Hobo Rob, have a good night, sir. Take care. We'll see you in the morning, sir. Appreciate you being here. That's right, guys. I've had people, you have to be in the streams here to collect your prizes. I've had people be in the streams here, say hi, put my email up, never get a hold of those people, and then I'll give the prize away, and then 6 weeks later, hey, I didn't get my prize. Yeah, I never heard from you. Got an address, okay? Well,
NorCal won the display cases from me last week, and I put my email in chat. He never answered. I went on NorCal's channel and found his email, which is why you should have your email on your About page. I emailed him and still didn't answer. If you listen to NorCal, email me. I owe you a prize.
There you go. Well, I'm sorry that Juice is going through this because everybody loves Juice Man. He's always in a fired up mood. He's always an inspiration to people. Him and Jesse get together with those guys out there in those lakes and those parks, and they're just crazy out there. I mean, they have a great time. Stickman says, I accept any and all prizes.
So,
see, Angie, that's we talked about that here last week, Angie. That's a smart idea, especially for the folks here that enjoy watching us treasure found community videos or love being a part of this, but they don't necessarily create content. If you have nothing on your page that we can click on to leave a comment on it so you see it and respond back to us, or you only have somebody else's playlist, there's no way that we can leave you a comment unless we see you on somebody else's stream and we reply to one of your comments in the stream. So please, everybody, put your email, even if it's your Gmail or your AOL or your Hotmail or whatever the hell all these, emails are that you can get cheap through the internet. You don't have to put your family's emails. So, Denise is like, you are getting a separate email. You're not putting my Roadrunner email on. So I got, that flthunderme.com is my Apple email to my old iPad.
Oh, wow. Somebody still has Roadrunner email?
We have Roadrunner email.
I haven't seen that in years.
I still have an AOL.
I got 10 AOL dust down here in the drawer.
They
make great targets, actually.
Roadrunner's the primary email here in the Tampa Bay area, Bill. That's through Spectrum, which is who we have our cable through.
Yeah.
But guys, also, Talking about Rob finding things in the garage, I have some stuff stored over in the neighbor's garage where I watch their house for them, and that's where Denise and I are working. So guys,
your collection has ballooned to the point that you've enlisted
absolutely,
the neighbors
absolutely,
garage
Zach.
as well?
Absolutely, Zach. So anyway, in one of my old boxes that I cleaned out, I found a Disney golf scorecard from one of the few times that I played golf at Disney when I worked there and got my huge discount. And I actually filled it out. 5200. This is 24 years old when I was playing golf when I worked at Disney.
Let's see your score. We can't read that.
Rob and Mike, and Rob got an 84. For a par 72, an 84 is a good day for me.
Not ain't bad.
If I ever shot a 39, that was probably one of the best rounds of golf I ever played. That's probably why I saved this. That's got now I got one birdie. I got one birdie on the day.
Isn't just for your subs, it's so people know how to contact you.
Yes, it's so people if you're a person, if you don't enter prizes and nobody needs to get a hold of you, yeah, that's fine. But if you're in these streams like this and we do giveaways and races, guys, help people help you to get your prize.
Even if you don't want it, just let us know you don't want it so we can pass it along to the next guy and cross it off of the list. There's nothing wrong with not wanting or needing a prize. Decline it. That's fine. But when the prize offer has to try and hunt down the winner over longer periods of time, it gets a little frustrating and makes you not really want to do it.
No, Moon, there's not video proof. That was way before the days of smartphones there, Moon.
Hey, Bill, did you ever use the Notka Findex metal detector?
No.
I was over here on Detector Warehouse looking at their specials because sometimes they have some pretty awesome stuff.
They've actually taken it off Amazon and put it on other places now. So it used to be just Amazon for the Find X.
No, it was on Detector Warehouse.
35 double stamped envelopes with prizes loaded in for the 35 winners from my StreamYard Live. There you go, Stickman.
And Miss Charlie, I know you're looking for what Zach was just talking about. The Nocta Pro Find X is $169 on Amazon right now, I think. It's got a beach mode. It's waterproof. Great starter machine.
Well, Detector Warehouse, they're sold out at the moment, but they got the MindLab Vanquish 340 for $199 right now. But once again,
that it's not water or weatherproof. Yeah,
it's not waterproof. Okay.
No, just the coil you have, and you have to buy the cover for that one. It doesn't come with it. That's why they're so cheap. You don't get any of the extras with it.
Now, Bill, do you know anything about the Xterra Voyager?
It's a piece of junk. It's made in China.
Okay, because Amazon has it for $149.
Okay, Charlie.
Yeah, the
Find X can go in, has a beach mode and can go in the ocean, and so can the Xterra Pro. The Xterra Pro is probably a better machine, but they're both starter machines, beginner machines, and they're good ones. So.
Well, the Notka Findex is on Detector Warehouse right now for $149, $50 off.
Okay, but that's not waterproof.
Which one are you talking about?
The Find X Pro is waterproof. It's $30 more normally.
Different, okay.
Yeah, you're right, Bill. It's $199 as opposed to
$169. Find X doesn't have a beach mode, but the Pro Find does. So it wouldn't be any good out in the water or in the beach.
Yeah, then Miss Charlie, you're going to want the Pro or the Xterra Pro.
Yeah, the Find X Pro or the Xterra Pro. Gary's back.
Look at that. We're actually sitting here talking about metal detectors.
And actually, if you go on eBay, because I was on there that you're looking, there's people that are selling their Xterra Pros cheap just so they can upgrade. So instead of paying $260, I saw someone there for like $180. Looked in good shape by the picture. So.
Bart, I McCloyed myself, I think, last weekend on Rob's stream out of silver because I walked away to the bathroom. It happens. You can't be mad about it. It just happens. You weren't there to claim it. You weren't there to claim it.
John Shum, let me just say, not right now. I'm thinking about it, but not right now, sir. But if I do, here we go. If I do that, John, I'll let you know.
Bill Diggins Hook, I think Miss Charlie's on a budget. The Elite might be a little overpriced for her. That's why I was going with the other one. So, because yeah, $480 for just the Elite's a really good deal.
Yeah, show me treasure. That's our only problem down here. After we get a nice rain in the afternoon or evening, it cools things down, but then that freaking humidity goes right through the roof.
He's good at stick man. He just had some stuff to take care of. He'll be back soon.
Yep. See, Shane said the same thing Bill did. It's got to be the Xterra Pro or the Pro Fine.
The Nocta Pro.
Or the Nocta Pro, excuse me. Yeah, because Miss Charlie says, being in Southern Carolina, I want something that goes in the ocean. Absolutely. Let me tell you guys, like I say, when I had my 705 Mine Lab, that was a beach or a dirt machine, a land machine, and I went to that little lake in Georgia, and I put it in 1.5 foot up till the bottom of the control box, just the shaft and the coil in, and you start pulling your first coins out from underwater. To me, I felt like a treasure hunter. It was just, as much as I loved metal detecting, I was so excited on that beach putting that coil in that water. And guys, I'd never want somebody to give me the walk up to me and say, you can only detect one. You have to make a choice, because I love doing both. Whereas Dalton couldn't care less about hunting the beach. But Troy and I will go beach or land anytime. And, land's got your, there's just so much things you can find. I mean, you can find relics and you can find old coins. I mean, beach, you're going to get more modern coins, but you get a better chance for jewelry. Now, I'm not saying I haven't found a gold in the dirt. I have. I've actually found platinum in a ring in the dirt too. But yet you get a chance to find a lot more vintage rings in the dirt. But I've also found gold rings in the dirt. But unless you hunt an area like that's got shipwrecks or an old area, now when Terry Shannon, who Treasure Talk just had on last week, when he does the Space Coast over there on the east coast of Florida, back when the shuttle was going off all the time in the 80s and 90s, there would be a lot of slag that falls off that machine, off that spacecraft, and he would find blobs of slag aluminum. When he came over and did a presentation at our metal detecting club, he had a clear cylinder display case, like a little mini round fish tank tube, and he had all the aluminum blobs that he had collected off the beach there that had fallen off the space shuttle, which I thought was just cooler than hell. Evening, Gary.
Texas Donna thinks a utility worker's stalking her internet connection.
That's not good.
Amazon's only got one Find X Pro in stock.
Wow. Zach, did you answer that? Oh, I'm awful happy to hear that, Gary. But you know what though? I have not heard anybody. I haven't heard a Manicore getting wet. I mean, obviously, all my 800's gotten wet 3 times. I'm on the 3rd control pod, and my 600 got wet. Now, knock on wood right here. My new 600, my second 600, I have been using that thing underwater all summer, and it's just been a trooper.
Now, do you guys think the more expensive detectors are actually helping you find more stuff, or are they just nicer to use?
When Mine Lab came out with the Manicore, and I drove over to Tampa to Myers to go see Debbie, the Mine Lab rep, was there showing it off. That was the first time it was displayed in Florida, and I went over and did a video on that, which is one of my biggest metal detecting videos. It's got over 5,000 views on my reveal of the Manicore. they would say that a little bit more power was going to the coil. So it might go down a half an inch or an inch deeper. In some areas, that is important. In Florida, being only a state that goes back metal detecting wise to the mid 1800s, stuff's not that deep here. For guys in New England, upstate New York, Michigan, some of the places that have been around since 1650, yeah, stuff may be a foot and a half deep, and you may want that extra inch and a half to get that whiff of a signal to go find a cool relic or coin.
But I mean, do you think somebody who knows what they're doing, or at least has practice with it, would find more things with an 800 than they would with an Xterra Pro or an Xterra? Or does it just make them easier to find?
I think it makes it a little easier to find. I think
mean,
your knobs
identify and discriminate. They're both going to make noise.
Yes,
right?
yes, and I think you're right because they discriminate better. I think because it, you talk about, when I first started it 7 years ago, metal detecting, everybody had an AT Pro, including the guys that did saltwater. And, they would have to try and so fine tune that because that machine did not like the black sand and saltwater, so it was noisy. So that's the one thing I love about the Knox in the saltwater. It is quiet as a church mouse. You can go for an hour in the saltwater and without a chirp in your headphones, but the second you get on a piece of coin or something in the Knox, it just blows your eardrums. And I like a quiet machine. Some people like hearing that little bit of chatter or rattle down there. I like being able to walk around in the water up to my neck and daydream and have that signal hit, and I know it brings me back to reality, and I don't have to listen to the constant chatter in my headphones.
All right, you say you're metal detecting the water in the neck. You're pretty ready to admit things. How many times have you been metal detecting the water up to your neck and accidentally?
And had what, Zach?
And step in a hole.
Oh, I've gone underwater a couple times. Yeah. If you get a wave that's more than a foot and a half tall when you're up to your weather, and you can't, and I barely can touch the ground, and I can't push off when that wave comes, you're just having to hold your breath for a second or two. So.
That would be real funny watching a guy metal detecting on the beach. What's he doing? Metal detecting? Isn't he getting drowned? Probably in a minute.
My trip out to the island.
Man.
My trip out to the island last month, where I found the gold ring. Like I say, my croc got stuck in the gooey mud, and when I turned, and with that bad hip, that hip doesn't rotate. That's the problem. My hip, it doesn't rotate. So I couldn't use that side of my body when I got stuck. So I wound up going underwater. And Zach, I look like a turtle on its back. If you'd have been there, you'd have peed your pants laughing. It was doing everything I can to try and get my nose and face back up out of the water because I was underwater. I dropped the machine, I dropped the scoop, but luckily on the bottom of the scoop below the side handle, I keep a little ring of the pool noodle, and so it keeps the top of the tip, so I could just barely see the top of the tip of the scoop, but the machine was gone. If I didn't have my headphones on, that machine would have probably gone 10, 15 feet down, and I wouldn't have been able to find it. But I just pulled it up. I just pulled it up by the cord. But yeah, I dropped everything trying to get my balance back.
I'm glad you didn't have to tell us the story of how you lost your machine in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd have disclosed that. I'd have probably asked John, or I'd have probably asked Joe to take the boat back out there the next day, and I had to go back out there with my second machine.
You're welcome, Steve. Yeah.
No, Rob, that you got to understand. We're working with Rob here. If you'd gone out the next day with your second machine to look for your first machine, you would have lost the second machine too. Well, guys, we're having a fine job.
Losing two machines would be a lot worse than losing two magnets. Okay, when you lose two $20 or $30 magnets, that's livable. Okay, but now there was that one video, and I can't remember because it was years ago. There were 2 or 3 guys on a river, and one of them had the machine. I think the Deus one that had the little top piece that you could. If you remember Jeff from Austria, General Dighole, who changed his name to High Tones Drifter. If you remember him when he had the Deus. That had that little round thing that you could take off and put around your neck. And so you basically just had the shaft of your metal detector with a coil. And this guy was in a river, and he lost his balance, and the current took him downstream. And in fighting the current, he wound up losing the shaft part of his metal detector. He had the Deus part around his neck or on his belt or whatever, but he lost the shaft part of his metal detector, and they never found it. So you can say ask Donna. That's perfectly fine. Not on Clearwater Beach, Gary. You probably can on Daytona Beach, yeah, where you can drive the cars. And that I'll tell you something. When I went over and met Rob, mainly dirt fishing 2 months ago over in Daytona Beach, because I have the handicap pass now because of my hip. When I went over there as a teenager, Zach, 40 years ago, you could just drive down and park on. It was just you could drive the whole beach, just go down the ramp and you're on the beach, and they let anybody do that. And then I guess it got so crowded, and there was traffic problems and people running over people on towels and shit. It got to the point where they started charging, and now to park on the beach and drive on the beach, it's $20 unless you have a handicap pass.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was literally able to park right there on the hard sand and take 30 steps, and I was in ankle deep water. And that's where I met Rob, mainly dirt fishing. I met Brian from I Dig Daytona. And it solves your whole parking problem.
Nice.
Gary, it's going great, sir. Sorry to hear that, Jay. Yeah, we'll try and figure this out Wednesday too, Miss Charlie, and we can also talk about it tomorrow. Shane and Bill are good resources for metal detectors. Thank you, Pickle and Peanut Butter. Appreciate it.
Later, Pickle.
Well, that is just way too cool, Stick Man. That's just way too cool.
Nice.
Marty says he's pleased with the Manicore. Shane said he's not had a problem with it. There's Miss Fairy Dust. Good evening, Miss Fairy Dust.
We got Chuckles the Pickle King in here.
Chuckles the Pickle King, welcome. Oh man, Scott McClory's taking a chance there.
Good night, Scott. Just gonna be one more race.
You know what, Gregory? When oh my gosh, Susie Q 69, 96, Susie Q 96. When she first got her Simplex, that's exactly what she said, Gregory. It didn't like her pinpointer. I think they've gotten better on that, or they've come out with a update on that. But yeah, it didn't like pinpointers. See, Danny Boy's telling him how he can mute that. That's hilarious, J. Paul.
Yeah, I read that one a while ago.
It is. Oh my God, I'm 15 minutes behind because it's 11:30. Yeah, we're animals here. It's 11:45. Wow. Gary, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Good night, Nick.
Oh my God, guys, we've got 88 likes, guys. Wow, thank you so much. And our poll says, have you ever tried metal detecting in the water? No said 54, and yes was 46. So just under half of you have detected water. I'm telling you guys, I love if you find your first coin underwater, guys. It's just so exciting. But yeah, I can honestly say this is the first stream we've ever been in where we had 2 pickle names in the stream.
At the same time, yeah.
Oh, Danny boy, I wish I could say that.
Oh, I got 0 sleep problems.
Well, see, a guy that works hard with his hands, Zach, and then is out there in the heat all day, yeah, you should definitely have 0.
Oh, even if I don't do anything all day, I have no sleep problems.
Thank you, Miss Charlie.
Pickle says the other pickle is his cousin.
Well, guys, it's 11:45. We've been on for over 2 hours now. Let's do one more race tonight. And since we're at 88 likes, good people, folks, if you haven't hit that like button, smash that like button, please. I'd like to get to 90.
Wait, Pickle King is Stickman.
Oh, Stickman Jerry. Okay. All righty, guys, we hit 90 likes.
MD Melbourne feels like you're confused again. He says it's only 1:46 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Not that it's very hard for me to be confused, Jim.
It's Sunday too, by the way.
All right, let's see what we want to give out here tonight. All righty, guys, let's go with a 1951 silver GW.
Nice.
Oh, nice, Rob.
And a channel sticker.
Yodi, you live in California, don't you? If you're finding a lot of bottle caps in the river.
Yeah, I actually think they find more out there than we found on Clearwater Beach.
They do. I mean, it's really weird. You don't find them so much on the beaches. You find them in the actual river all the time. Not that I ever did, but guys that I know that went protecting in the river said 90% of what they got was bottle caps.
That's just because these slobs are twisting them off continuously and chucking them.
Sling them, yeah. Always wanted to do a lake drain, but never got to.
One of the guys in our club did a lake that Clearwater was redoing and tearing up the park, and they went down to the edge of the lake that had been there since the 40s or 50s. And he got a Benji. It was the only Benji he's ever found.
Well,
all righty, guys. 3 shuffles. Nobody's news come in since the new pickle's sticky. So we got every. Well, let me double check. I'm 99% sure Fairy Dust is in here. Absolutely, she is. All righty, guys. Set and shuffle. And shuffle, and this is for a GW silver quarter and a channel sticker, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Come on, machine.
Then I can get me another cup of coffee, Bill, and have some of my sugar-free pudding to end the night. Yummy. I'm going through peanut butter withdrawals, Bill.
I thought you've been off the peanut butter for a couple of months now.
No, honestly, probably about 2 weeks.
Oh, did you relapse, or you were just hiding it?
Oh, I know. I've had some relapses on the peanut butter.
A lot of relapses.
The relapses on the peanut butter is kind of a continuous thing. If you gave me a choice between mashed potatoes and bread that I'm not supposed to have, or peanut butter, yeah, I'll take the peanut butter. One of these days, I'll break through the spot I'm stuck at, and then I'll be insanely excited.
Just got to change what you're doing until you find the right combination.
Yep. All righty, guys, less than 1 minute.
Well, Rob's on a diet. He's trying to lose weight because of his hips.
And the problem is Rob doesn't eat a little bit of peanut butter. Rob eats
a whole jar.
Peanut butter.
It's not really the peanut butter that's bad for the diet. It's the grape jam that I splooge into the thing from the plastic jelly jar.
Yeah, blame it on the jelly.
Well, the jelly's the one that's got all the sugar and the carbs in it. The peanut butter's got a lot of good protein in it.
And a lot of
guys. Well, the fat doesn't matter though. My diet. Okay, there's the 19-second fade. Everybody's falling back. Here comes Weigold. We haven't seen Rob tonight.
Nope.
Chris Roberts is up there. Oh, look at this. We got Menardo the strawberry. Here comes Jody. Here comes Jody. Here comes Lewis. Who's it going to be?
Danny Boy. Just here a second ago. Danny Boy, are you still here?
At the very last second.
Danny, be here.
Danny's got to still be here unless his sleeping meds finally cooked.
Yeah, because he was just making comments a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Come on, Danny. You just won a silver quarter. You got to be here. Yep. He says, I am here.
Ooh.
Congrats, Danny.
Congrats.
Boom. I'm glad we end it with an actual winner. And I definitely have Danny's address, so we will get that out to him. Alrighty, good people. We'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. It was great seeing Miss Dow pop in. It was great seeing Lou pop in here tonight.
Yep.
Did my duck drown? Yeah, Jim, because you never win enough.
Jim just won on somebody else's stream the other night or earlier today that I saw.
All right, Andy wants to know if she beat Rick. Wow, I dropped from first to 29th.
29th is still pretty good
Rob.
field you have going on.
Wow, I don't see Angie or not looking good, Angie.
But there's Angie.
189.
Oh, 89th. Let's see where Rick is. Rick was 122nd. So, yes, you did beat Rick. So, you got bragging rights there.
Yep.
Congratulations to Danny, Little Penny Coins, and David Alfonsetti tonight. And thank you to Mr. Minix for offering up the two sequential star notes. A really cool prize. Chuckles the Pickle King, thanks for being here. Thanks for pickles and peanut butter. Silver Wishes. Thanks, everybody. Jim Steele, everybody tonight. Mark Henninger. All right, there you go. All righty, guys. See everybody in the morning. Bill, Zach, thanks, buddies.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.